Filming yourself for marketing purposes is not easy. But we all know that video is a very powerful tool for promoting your business. And if you're just getting started and you're investing money into a product or service or business, you don't have the money to also spend on big ad agencies. So what I offer is a way for people to create their own media, shoot their own video, and eventually have a process that's so ingrained into their business that they're creating all their own content. It could be poorly shot, it could be bad audio, and I will still work with you to make it better. Because I'm a content coach, that's what I do. I don't necessarily consider myself a media company, although I do produce media, but what I really consider myself to be is somebody who will help the average person or a startup business make their mark with video. I work with people at all stages of media production, whether it's just planning an idea, shooting an actual video, or even editing a video that people have already shot. So basically, I look the same to you, but in the camera, I look much better. That is the first step to doing this, is you want to make sure that you are setting up a good picture. So I'm a content coach in that I meet people where they're at and empower them to create their own media. So we're going to try to establish this location and also to get a hero shot. The first thing we're going to do is get the hero shot. Isaiah wants to be in front of the camera, so frame him up for me.
You're beautiful, bro. You're beautiful. Ambiance. And then, so just zoom it.
To zoom it, you turn this one.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey. That's it. That's what I'm liking.
So tell me specifically, what type of content do you want to make?
Because of my experience as a sports athlete coming out of high school, what I would really like to do with my content creation is basically take it a step further with profiles to be submitted for highlight tapes of individual athletes or people that are in like the theater or people that are in band to showcase who they are personally, as well as their skills on the field. Especially nowadays, like with athletes having like opportunities to become brand ambassadors and actually get paid for what they do, I think it's really important to find guys and showcase who they are as people, because that's a big part. Like, you're making an investment into a player, right? And a lot of people are really good, but the difference, the thing that like makes people stand apart is what they do, like when they're not on the field, right? Their integrity, like whether or not they're trying to be leaders in their communities, whether or not they're trying to actually help other individuals, who they are, what they're really about. Like, that's really important, and I think it's like extremely underrated. So I would love to bring a light to that just so we can really get out like the good athletes, the leaders.
Football players, basketball players, even movie stars, rap stars, singers, they have this image of this great, they're projected, they're promoted, they make lots and lots of money. But on the private side, they're not very good people at all. And so it's very disappointing, because then the youth follow that, and then they think that they have to be, into these terrible scenes of, darkness in order to be famous and to be cool, and that's not the way it is. And so that's an excellent thing, is to bring the average guy off the average soccer field that's excellent, and he has, a great values, and that he goes out into the community and does other things that people can look up to him about. And then those kids are going to go, wow, he's just an average guy, and look at what he does, and he's so cool, and change the image of what people are worshiping. I think that's really important. That's great.
Thank you.
Great idea.
Yeah, that's really the whole reason why I'm doing this course, is because I don't want people to just be able to make their own media, but I want us to be better at consuming good media. If we see people that are abusing this gift that we have to communicate so broadly, we should be able to call those people out. And so by being able to understand cuts and the way shots are framed, we might be able to see through the, what is the word? Facade. Yeah, and be better people.
What do you think?
Welcome to Studio 131. We already did.
That was awesome. Do that with a mic on.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes when you're delivering a message, if you've written it and you have bad grammar, people might not take it seriously, right? But we know that that doesn't necessarily mean that the content isn't great. You can have great content, but have bad grammar.
Hey, I really like that. And then like more confidence, make it smooth.
Now he moved his position to make sure it's still...
If I could just have you slide a little bit to the left so we can get the 131. Yeah, you're perfect right there, bro.
Welcome to Studio 131. We're making dreams happen here with Davey Rockwell. It's a good morning. We're getting stuff done.
What a shot. He's out of focus though.
Sorry.
See that focus is on the back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the
You can capture the attention of the audience you're looking to find. If your grammar was improved, you may capture it easier. In this case, it might be like a shaky camera, maybe a shot that's framed incorrectly. So we know that those things don't necessarily mean that you're going to have a bad video, but if you can avoid those mistakes, you will have a better video and you'll capture attention quicker. This hero shot is like a staged, larger-than-life product photography shot. So you can imagine like it's going to be if we're introducing a new product or a new character in a show or an artist in front of like their band. It's just a staged sort of like badass shot of our characters. And you don't even have to say anything.
Cool. Okay, then for that, just start up here with depth, and then we won't have you move. That way we could see it, and you look bigger. You know, I think it gives a better angle too.
Morning, my name is Isaiah Lozano. Very excited to be working here at Studio 131 with Davey Rockwell and his wonderful crew. We are fine-tuning post-production and making dreams happen.
Come on in, Isaiah. We just started talking about some of our, nice to meet you, and this is Chris. We just started talking about some of our goals with media.
Well, my goals with video are more to be in them. I'm not great in the technical sense. I want to be on video. You know, that's more my aspect of it. I want to be an actor. I wanted to, you know, work with people in the community like this to make films and help them advance their careers and hopefully advance mine at the same time. You know, so that we can both be living out our dreams. And that's my goal with video.
That's what it's all about. You know, like I think what like my grandfather always told me, you know, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah,
So
for
that's what we're all
sure.
really-
That's why I'm learning how to make videos. We've had nothing but problems with people that we've tried to hire in renovating the house and, you know, taking photographs, just everything.
It has that safety so it doesn't fall off.
That was good.
Yeah. Every camera is a little different, but usually this knob right here will help you change the shutter speed,
Okay.
which it does. Why don't you give that a try?
Is that on the end there?
Does she have her mic on? I have the mic on her.
Where's the other one at?
What I wanted to do was eventually do what you're doing, so that I can make Maggie's music videos. You know, I took a lot of pictures, a lot of black and white, developed a little film, but again, nothing digital, nothing video, and so I'm just kind of walking into this pretty new.
So we have 3 different kind of things that you all want to do with video. You want to make music videos.
Yep.
You want to help other people achieve their goals with promotional videos. That's sort of like what I do. And you want to act, right? You want to be in front of the camera.
Yes.
Cool. And you're a musician too, right?
Yes.
Cool. So maybe you could make his first music video, and then you could promote it.
That's what
Yeah.
we're about. Networking.
Awesome. Well, on that note, I just want to talk about a few things. We kind of had 2 classes already where we did some basics of photography. So I'm going to recap that, and then I'm going to move into, like, if you're going to use this for your goals, like, how would you actually pitch an idea to somebody who might be able to help pay for it? But I have this on screen not so that you can see yourselves, although you all look really great. But I wanted to be able to show some of these little things that you can do with the camera. So how much light are we letting into the camera? You can see I'm making it brighter right now, and it's getting way overexposed and kind of jittery. But if we get it down to a level like that, we're actually really close to what it looks like in real life. And what I'm doing there, you see that fraction on the bottom left? This is the shutter speeds. The aperture is what we're going to get to next. This is basically how much light is being let into the lens. We have the shutter speed, the aperture, and then the ISO, which is your sensitivity to light. But the more sensitive that the camera is to light, the easier it is for it to see in darkness. So you may have to up your sensitivity in a dark club, for example. Outside, you may need to just go down to the less sensitive and get a more rich shot with a 200 or even a 100. That's pretty much as low as it goes. But 400 is kind of the standard, and it may vary on some things too with how much zoom you have, because if you see when I zoom the camera in, it's a little darker because there's more glass that the light has to travel through to get to the sensor. And so in order to expose correctly for a longer focal, you may have to change some of those settings as well. But that's a basic. You get better at this stuff as you do it. This is an 8-class course. We have the principles of photography, which we went over today and in the previous 2 classes, the idea of pitching your idea to make money. And then in the next couple of classes, we're going to talk about actually structuring drama, because it has to be interesting. So you can't just, film people watching somebody else talk to them and expect that you're going to grab the attention of a lot of people. And when I work with people, usually they've invested money into something. An artist has invested into all the things it takes to record a song, or an athlete has actually invested into their equipment and all the things in their life that have led up to the time investment.
Their blood, sweat, and tears.
Their blood, sweat, and tears. The thing that I'm trying to say is that my pitch is that I want you to reach your goals with video. And so if you want to keep attending these classes, we'll get to the point where you can actually do the things on the stage and make money from them. That's my goal.
I haven't made any videos before. This is a completely new environment for me. And yeah, it is a little bit intimidating because there's a lot to learn. But you know what? I have a good coach and I'm pretty comfortable doing it. Very inspired.
Boom. Love that. What really inspires you to create?
Scenes that are real, like scenes that grip you, scenes that you cannot avoid listening to.
Don't erase it.
Don't erase it. You have 128 gigabytes on your card. You have plenty of room to make mistakes.
Okay.
So don't erase in the field?
Don't erase in the field.
Okay.
Never even go close to that delete button when you're recording.
Okay. Good advice.
You can always delete it later.
No.
That's great.
Well, anyway, I'm really proud of you guys because you all got closer to doing what you wanted to do with content. Sun is starting to come out now. Not the best time for cameras to be here. Another cool lesson we'll learn one day is, you ever hear of magic hour?
Oh, yeah.
You have
Power
golden
hour.
hour?
I've heard power hour.
Power hour.
Happy hour.
Happy hour.
Happy hour.
That's the time of day when there's not a lot of harsh light. The sun has just dipped below or is just about to come above the horizon, and it's just making a glow over everything with no shadows. Right now we're starting to get these harsh shadows on our faces, so we're going to call it a day.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, thank you so much.
Anything else that I missed?
Yeah, you missed the fact that this is really fun. Like, it's completely different than working and grinding your ass off. Excuse my language, but this is like a really good time. You get to come and be around a beautiful setting in the studio, you get to be around good people, and you really get to smile a little bit instead of always keeping your head down and working hard. So it's definitely a nice change of pace.